What's up, people? Carlton Flowers here, the CryptoPro. I promised you an update. Well, here it is. This is going to be short and sweet. Let's just jump into it and run down my favorites list and show you what I am seeing tonight. All right, that's enough of my ugly face right there. Let's turn that off and jump straight to the charts. Starting out with the Dow. So the Dow is taking a little bit of a hike in a downward momentum there, but moving right along to the peace day resistance. It's Bitcoin. What is going on with Bitcoin? Well, let's check it out and draw on this screen here because we see some definite action where Bitcoin broke this ascending green trend line. Notice how we violated it, we came back up, and now we're going back down again. That is very, very suspect. As we zoom into the 1 hour here and then stretch this up, you can see we've got two candles, 1, 2, that are below the green trend line on the 1 hour. So that's kind of significant. If we go back and fill the CME gap, I think that could take us down to the 1000s. So why is Bitcoin going down? Well, it might be because of this right here. It's the dollar. So what's going on with the dollar? Let's get that bar chart up here so we can make it real easy to see. There's the candlestick. And notice that we've got this nice white candle with another white candle that is forming right here at the end. Let's just put a circle around that. The insiders, they say, are going after the dollar right now. And if the dollar does happen to do one of these numbers, we're going to see Bitcoin do this in turn. All right, so let's jump back to BTC. And let me switch up the music here. Where is my music? Let's try, how about game? That sounds like some good background music for us. Very pleasant music. You got to have that cryptocurrency music to set the mood. All right, moving right along. XRP, you got to love to hate it. XRP also dipped down to the ascending baseline here. This ascending baseline, nice green line, but notice how it just touched on the line and went below it and came right back up. So we're trading at 0.2886, which is pretty impressive for XRP. So that, the first time in I don't know how long we're in an overall upward trend. I mean, how long has it been since we've seen XRP just stay with the game plan and not lose mega traction? Let's look at the 1 day on this chart. Turn drawing mode off and let's pop on out. Now, this is a lot better view here. So taking into consideration the fact that we had this big dive and then we consolidated all of this up and down movement until we came into this nice little pennant formation, and then we had that ride straight up, the parabolic rise going right up this fib circle boundary. Let me show you which one this is, and we're going to talk more about these magical fib circle lines. This one just happens to be the 3.618 that takes you from a date range of June 27th, 2019 to December 18th of 2019. Man, that thing predicted that parabolic run to an exactness. So what I'm looking for with XRP is a nice little settlement here respecting this line, but if it violates that line, it's anybody's ball game, because I think we can kind of fall below back down to this descending line again and maybe complete out that bearish movement that we have watched happen over the last year and a half. All right, let's just keep it moving here. DNT, I'm so excited because District 0X, I'm up as a double. I got in at 0.0078, and we already saw it pump all the way up to nearly 19.019, almost 2 cents. Here is our ascending baseline right here. Let's just make a nice big fat green arrow. This is it crawling on up, and then we violated that line right here. So there's a couple fib circle rings that are significant. We've got this one and this one. We'll talk more about it later, but we violated the ascending baseline and this magical fib circle boundary. So I think we're going to float back down to this 200-day EMA because we're already trading below the 50-day EMA. So I wouldn't say it's not looking good, because it's just going to provide another buying opportunity. So I'm still excited about District 0x, which is a great project. Okay, here's Lend. I talked about Lend on the audio. You heard me talking about the fact that I sold at 22 cents and bumped that into something else that definitely did not triple, because this decided to triple, of course, after I sold it. So if you're looking to get back on board with Lend, which is an excellent project, I think that this correction is going to take us either down to the 50-day EMA or maybe the 200, but it's looking to me, it's still pretty bullish in this micro bearish movement, and it might just kind of bounce back off of that 50-day EMA and continue to impress like it always has. All right, so let's keep it moving. What's next? LOOM Network. Oh boy, is this looking good, and I'm excited about LOOM. I jumped into LOOM at what? I can't remember if it was somewhere around 2 cents. Maybe it was 2 cents. And I was at a nice little double for a minute there as we went above 4, right up to this magical fib circle boundary that I had laid out, oh man, 2 or 3 weeks ago. And so we fell below this one. This is the large dark green fib circle boundary. I think it is the 1.618. More on that later. But more importantly, for now, in the micro, we see our green trend line, and we're touching on it right now. So it's going to be interesting to see if we get a bounce, because what I'm looking at here, the stochastic, notice how the stochastic is already nearly bottomed out. We're at about the 10% point where it could reverse. It could sink down just a little bit more. It's probably not done, but this is a critical point here. If we go below that green ascending line, it's going to dip down further and maybe catch this 200-day EMA. But if not, it can actually bounce up right here and head back up to that fib circle boundary. So we're going to keep our eyes on the prize and watch to see what LOOM does, which is a great DeFi project that is involved in the medical sector. If you don't know much about it, look it up. We're going to skip G&T. It's looking strong, even though it violated its ascending baseline. Ethereum 407. Now look what Ethereum did. This is kind of interesting, and it could be a prediction for what some of these other alts are going to do. Here's our ascending line, but notice how it completely bounced here and came right back up. It did not violate the ascending baseline. What's it going to do? What's going to happen when Bitcoin goes down? Is Ethereum going to follow suit, or is it going to step out and do its own thing? I don't know. I think it's going to step out and do its own thing. Let's keep it moving. Key. I'm super excited. Key appears to be taking a breather from the slide. All right, so let's check it out. Get into drawing mode here and draw some stuff on Key. Here is our upward trending baseline, the green baseline of all the bullish action here lately, and we see we violated that, but we came right down to the 1.618 fib ring of this light yellow ring. And notice how we went from red to green. That's because this is a magical fib circle boundary, and magical things happen when we cross those boundaries. And so we might see a pivot here. So it's taking a nice little bit of a breather, but we don't know just yet. We'll have to wait until we wake up in the morning and see if it makes it back up to this green line and takes another hike upwards, or if it decides to bump its head on the green line and take a hike back down here towards the 200-day EMA. I'd love to pick up more Key at a price of 15.0015, but I would take 0.0018. My goal is to at least have, a couple 100,000 Key before the big bull market party starts. MFT for the mainframe. It's coming on down. We've already violated the ascending, well, actually I didn't draw it on here, but it would have been like right through here, and we took a little bit of a breather at the 1.618 magical fib circle boundary that indicates those magical pivot points, and now we see we're headed back down here to the 200-day EMA. I'm hoping it comes on down to 0.0024, and if it does, I'm gonna go ahead and pick up a bag because I have not bought it yet. Come on down, MFT, and catch me. Look at Mana. I'm still mad about Mana because I should have bought it back here when it was at 4 cents, and I watched it do all this boring action, and then boom, it clowned us all. So the next time Mana jumps, I am not going to miss out on it. I should just put that music on repeat. What am I doing? I don't know. I'm losing my mind. All right, back to Mana. We definitely broke this line, and we have been below it since the 17th here, or the 18th, about the 18th. So we've got several 4-hour candles heading down here, down below for the, let's zoom in and see what this is, the 3.618 fib circle ring. People, it's no coincidence that the price action is going to cross right there when we get close to this blue ascending baseline that I've kind of drawn in that kind of approximates the 200-day EMA, at which point, if we go back to bull market mode, that's where it's going to jump up. Now, we could do one of these numbers and look for the 4.216 and then take off, but it's probably going to happen. So I think at best case, if I can jump in at 7 cents, I'm going to go ahead and jump on Mana because it's a great project. If you haven't seen the website, you need to go see it with these virtual worlds. It's way cool. All right, CVC, big pump, and then bounce back down to the 200-day EMA, or I'm sorry, the 50-day EMA, which I have indicated by this steep blue line. I should have made that red or green or something. The 200-day is down here. So we'll see what happens when it touches down on the line, but this is still a good buy at 4 cents. We were nearly at 5 up here, so it's on the radar. There we go. Let's look at the old dot. There's the old dot, and it's looking ugly. And then here's the new dot. I'll tell you what, well, let me look at TOKO, which was the kind of the double, the daily double. It doubled in a day. Is that what I'm trying to say? So we were down here at around 0.016, jumped all the way up here to nearly 0.038 for an easy, clear double. But I'm going to bet you this one's going to come back to earth. We can already see that the stochastic, it didn't even make it above the 80% line, which says two things. It could pump again right here and do like the double hump before the stochastic comes back down, but when it settles down, it'll either settle down here to the top of the channel, or it'll make its way back to the bottom of the channel before it takes the next hike up. All right, so let's get back on to the last but not least. Here's the new dot. We're gonna jump this to the 15-minute chart so we can look at it. And right now, I'm not touching it. I'm going to wait. Look at all this crazy action. So this is the thing that's supposed to be our new Ethereum or Chainlink. It's supposed to blow up like bananas. It's created by the co-founder, I guess, Vitalik Buterin's best buddy who started this project. I'm going to wait and watch. So we had all of this bouncing around in the channel. And then let's go red here because we violated the bottom and then make it back up to the top, where I'm going to watch to see if the bottom of this channel becomes resistance or if we can fight our way back up. So I don't know. If it comes down here to 220, we'll see. There's just not enough data to decide. It's a great project, and I will jump in the future, but not right now, people, because I'm not willing to part ways with my money just yet, because I want that 10-bagger, the 100-bagger right now. I don't want to wait till later. So we're going to look at those micros, those sub pennies, and we're going to focus on that and hope that they bring us the big, fat, massive gains. All right, so let's see what happens when we can I stress this out? I don't know. I guess not. Well, we'll just have to be satisfied with that. It's been 13 minutes. That is all I have for now. This is Carlton Flowers, the Crypto Pro. Post and comment if there is a project you would like me to talk about. Put it in the comments. Let me know. I might do some TA on it for you and give you my opinion. And on the next video, we're going to talk about max supply, circulating supply, and market cap of some of my favorite projects and compare them to the big dogs that have been pumping like Chainlink and everything else. All right, that's all we got. I'm out.